Let me tell you something. In this place, there is no word game. It is all about discourse in biblical mysteries, into revealed truth and reality. Today, I'm here for us to talk about a very important topic in the Bible. And it is about the callings and the offices of the calling. And today, we are going to talk about the prophetics. This message, I coined it the prophetic dimension. We have the two types of prophets. So today we are going to talk about the seer type of the prophets and the dimensions of their ministries. No, the prophetic dimension is here to discuss and explain the ministration of a prophet to the blessings of the hearer or the receiver of the prophetic. In this arena, before a prophet will be called a good prophet and a benefit, that his calling will benefit other people, from the declarations, from the scene to the judgment of the prophecy, must be accurate. Somebody can see something about you. We have the scene dimension. This is the area where God, or in the realms of the spirit, is revealed to a seer, who is a prophet. Remember, I said we are talking about the seer prophet. We have the declaring prophet, but now we are talking about the seeing prophet. God, or a spiritual nature, reveals to a prophet. In the revelation, he can see a message in the form of a symbol. Like Pharaoh saw symbols. He can see it in the form of a realm. He can see it in the form of numbers. He can see it in every form. It can be in symbols or in sight. So, after he sees these things, then there is the understanding realm. This is the seeing realm. He has seen the message. He has seen what we want to see. But now he needs to decode and have a key to enter that message or symbol to bring out the understanding what it meant. Whether it is numbers, whether it is what. Now the prophet must go into the understanding realm or the foresight, revelational realm. Now, in this stage of prophecy, if the prophet is not able to accurately decode the meaning of the symbol he has seen, the meaning of the words he has seen, the meaning of the numbers he has seen, he will wrongly interpret the prophecy. And it can have negative impact on the one consuming the prophecy. But the Bible tells us that the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. The spirit of the prophet does not come from God again. It is already given to him. He now has the power and capacity to be able to maneuver things and navigate it into serving the people who need him. Now that he has seen, then the understanding of the prophet is to decode the symbols and the message he has received and bring out what it meant. Then from the understanding stage, we enter into the interpretation stage. Now the seer now receives understanding of the message he has received. Whether in symbols, in numbers, in a voice, or a realm. He has understood it. Now he needs to interpret it. Now, this is another very important area of prophecy. When a prophecy is wrongly interpreted, its judgment will be wrong. So the prophet needs to go into his spirit to deduce how to interpret the understanding he has received. This is where word of wisdom comes in. Let me ask a question. When you were a prophet who met Joseph going to the brothers, and you saw a revelation, the scene size that he was going to be killed or sold, what would be your interpretation and judgment? I'm saying this because of some of the way today's prophets handle prophecy. Seeing something bad about somebody does not necessarily or automatically mean that the person will not experience, must not experience that thing. Sometimes it is the will of God and his destiny, this thing to go through it. That is where he will be made. So if a prophet met Joseph and saw that what was going to happen to him on the field with his brothers, if the process is not matured enough with prophecy, the conclusion would be that Joseph, don't go, because your brothers have planned evil against you. But that evil was meant to fulfill his dreams. Is that an example I'm giving? In Acts chapter 21, verse number 10, the Bible said some prophets met, and there was a prophet called Agabus. And when he saw Paul, he took the tunic, the loins of Paul, and said, whose loins is this? This person. I see that the owner of this loins will be going to Jerusalem. And he will be arrested, manhandled, tortured, and imprisoned. So they interpreted that he shouldn't go to Jerusalem, because that meant doom. It was doom. And Paul said, I will go, because it is the will of Christ that I go and suffer for him in Jerusalem. So, if Paul didn't know the meaning of his own destiny, those prophets might have changed his direction. But it was the will of God that Paul go through such situation in order to fulfill the work of Christ and the purpose of God in his life. So, from the interpretation stage, we come to the judgment stage. That's the dangerous aspect. A wrongly judged prophecy can throw you out of your destiny into the dustbin. The person saw it. The interpretation and the judgment is the most important aspect of prophecy. Seeing something is not just someone seeing something does not make him a prophet. But the next stage makes you a prophet. Because everybody can see. Pharaoh saw something. Nebuchadnezzar saw something. But they could not interpret. They could not understand. So this is the difference. The Bible said that the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophecy. So this is about the seeing prophets. So as a prophet, you have to pray that you don't have to pray for just revelations. You have to pray for understanding, interpretation, and the judgment of prophecy. That is what blesses people's lives. That is what blesses the church. That is what gives directions to people's life. Seeing something bad about somebody does not automatically condemn that thing. But you have to go into the prophetic code, find out the mind of God concerning what you have seen about the person. Whether it is the will of God. Why did God reveal this thing to me? What does God want to do in this person's life? So this is where prophecy can either define your life or what? Destroy your life. That is why if you are a fan of prophecy, you like prophets, you must always pray for them. That Lord, this is my prophet. Anything he sees, time he sees something about me, give him the power, the capacity to be able to interpret it and judge it well, so that it will impact me for the good. Because wrong judgment of prophecy has destroyed lives. It is better that prophecy wouldn't have come. It is better it didn't come. Prophecy is good. It gives directions. It tells you the stage and the next level. But how many prophets today are able to stand firm on their feet and give good judgment? Prophecy have destroyed families. Prophecies has destroyed marriages. Prophecies has destroyed people's work. Prophecies have bullied people too. So, that is where there is always some danger in the field of prophecy. When you want your life to depend on prophecy, you want prophecy to be your direction, the direction of your life and your everything you do. You have to be very careful how you deal with prophets, because you should also have some discerning power, because prophecy also confirms what you already want to do or already going on. That is the main aim of prophecy. Prophecy does not tell us what has gone past. That is the word of knowledge. But prophets also have word of knowledge and word of wisdom. It is that one is about what has passed in your life, what happened in your life some time ago. But what is ahead of you can only be handled by prophets and then prophecy. But today, many people who call themselves prophets are not prophets. They just have the gift of word of wisdom. And when they see the thing finish, they judge it wrongly. This is where prophetic field has become dangerous, because many people who are not prophets have become prophets. Because they saw something, they say, oh, you are a prophet. And they wrongly judge these things and then throw people's life into the dustbin. So I've just come this afternoon to tell you that prophecy is not bad. Prophetic office is from God. But you have to be careful of how you handle prophecy, because prophecy can either build you or break you. This is the extent where today many people, even when a pastor does not prophesy, they say, oh, I'm being here. But that is not it. You have to have prophecy confirms and affirms. When prophecies talk about something you have no idea about, you have no plan about, don't forcefully invite it into your life. God bless you. God bless you, Lord. Don't forget to subscribe and share to a greater number of people, because many people need this. God bless you.